Hi friends. Okay, I got an awesome question today and I was like, we have to do a live. We have to talk about this. So, question hit my inbox. My clothes don't fit. How do I go from being bitter that I need to work out to like actually cultivating joy around my workout, like getting into the rhythm of it? So, I have a couple tips for you. Number one, when I came to my fitness journey, I had 3 kids under 3 and I was really uncomfortable in my skin. I was postpartum. I was just kind of like, I just had all the feels and I was a little bit, I don't even know what the right wording is, almost like angry that nothing fit and now I had to devote time and energy I didn't have to working out so my freaking clothes would fit and I would like my life again, but I was tired. So that's how I came to my fitness journey, okay? My eyes are rapidly twitching today, so if you notice that, I'm not like overly caffeinated, I'm just in a state of high stress, so work with me here, okay? But anyway, so in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie to you, in the beginning, I was not happy that I needed to work out. I really disliked fitness, I didn't like getting sweaty, I really hated the fact that I had to work out, and I felt uncomfortable in my clothes, and it was like a stuffed sausage link. It was just really not a pretty thing. At some point of like, I made the decision and then I took action every single day. And in the beginning, it was just simple. Like I was just walking with my kids. I bought this triple stroller thing. I decided that was going to be the thing. Like this other fitness influencer had a triple stroller. And I was like, well, if she has one, that's a secret sauce. I'm going to buy that and it'll change my whole life. It didn't change my whole life, but it did allow me to get out of my house. But those of you who are in Yuma and it's hot as balls or you have too many kids where you need like 4 triple strollers, the good news is you can work out in your living room, okay? Or you can find a workaround, like maybe that means you take a walk after your kids are in bed or something. I don't know, okay? I'm not here to solve that problem, but you have to make the decision that it is time for something to shift, that you being angry, you feeling bitter, it's legit, it's valid, but it's not gonna change anything. It's not gonna change your circumstances. So you have to just make that commitment that you're in it to win it, that you're going to take the daily action. And it's not gonna be about how big the action is, but instead you're gonna be more focused on checking the box every single day. And when you check the box every single day, you start to get momentum. And then we start to feel proud of ourselves, right? Because you're showing up and you're taking the action and you're expending the effort and like you start to get momentum. That doesn't mean the scale is necessarily gonna change, your clothes are gonna start to fit better, but I know for me, so much of this journey is psychological, right? When we decide to take ownership of it, we decide to be the master of our journey and be like, I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna move my body, I'm gonna do what it takes today. Not to be a crazy person. I'm not talking about working out for hours or, pushing a tire uphill. Like, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking to you about making the decision that you do feel, in fact, crappy or bad or uncomfortable or whatever your word is, whatever your truth is, and then you're gonna take daily action. Okay? You have to make that decision and know that there's gonna be a lot of days that aren't easy. There's gonna be a lot of days you don't want to, but you have that decision in your back pocket and you're like, I'm gonna do it every day. Even if that's just 5 minutes, like you turn on some music and you dance or you do jumping jacks in your living room. You have to start to count the victories in the showing up. And when you start to count more and more victories in the showing up column, like I moved my body today and I drank more water today. When those things start to pile up in that category of I chose myself, I prioritized my journey, you start to get momentum and it starts to become something that is less, I feel bitter and annoyed. At least that's my own personal experience and what I've noticed with other women that I'm coaching. So the other part of that is you have to find some kind of activity that you enjoy. And some of you are gonna roll your eyes and be like, well, I don't enjoy any of this. My preferred fitness is taking a nap or getting a pedicure. And I'm gonna fist bump you because I totally get that. But that, my friend, is also a lie. It's a self-limiting belief that somewhere along the way you ate. I'm not saying that you need to fall in love with CrossFit, okay, that you need to love lifting weights or cardio. Cardio is still cardio for me. I'm not a big cardio fan. Once upon a time, I was a cardio bunny. I don't like that. I say all the bad words and I curse Autumn's large bosom every time there's lots and lots of cardio. But there's so many different things. So instead of being so focused on the fact that your clothes don't fit and you hate this journey and it's really freaking annoying that you have to do it, and maybe with your last baby, it was like this much easier transition. Every single baby is different. Every single postpartum season you're in is different. You cannot continue to measure yourself against the past. The past is in the past. It doesn't belong here in today, okay? So you are where you are. And it's freaking glorious and it's amazing, and your body has done epic things. It has served you so freaking well. And now it's up to you to return the favor and to make the commitment that you're gonna show up and you're gonna make those deposits in your jar every single day to get the momentum until you start to trick yourself into liking it. Because at some point, you're gonna start to like some part of it. It might not be the actual working out part. It might be the I'm done part. It might be the I feel sweaty, I have endorphins, I no longer want to stab my husband part. What is that saying? Like, you know, happy people have endorphins and happy people don't want to stab their husbands or whatever. I don't know. But find something that you really enjoy. Maybe that's dance, maybe it's ballet, maybe it's, I don't know. There's so many different options. And so don't prejudge programs. That's my suggestion to you. If you have Beachbody On Demand, just start going through them and just trying them, like one a day. You don't have to commit to a program. I'm not asking you to get a tattoo or marry a program. Like, just freaking start trying things on, because I know there's been lots of them where I've been like, no. And then I do it and I give it like a week or so and I'm like, wow, I kind of like this. I kind of feel like a badass. Like, I'm kind of proud of myself. So don't prejudge it, and don't discount yourself and be like, well, that's not my level, or that's not where I'm at, or I'm not capable of that. The third part of this is, if you are in fact postpartum, it means that you probably have one or more monkey creatures trying to attach itself to you. So how do you find the time? How do you clear a path? You guys, I gave my kids lollipops first thing in the morning. If it meant they stayed out of my way, I didn't care, whatever. I'll give them a tablet. I don't care. Have a snack pack. Whatever it takes to create the habit. Like, you have to teach them that this is you taking care of yourself. This isn't you being selfish. This isn't you neglecting their needs. This is nothing for you to feel bad about, you guys. The days where I felt like I was taking up too much space, I was taking up too much time, there was laundry to fold, there was this, there was that, there was Goodnight Moon to read and all that, I reminded myself that my kids are ultimately going to grow up and duplicate what I do. Just like in life, we teach people how to treat us. We're teaching our children what's acceptable and what's not. And so when Connor was 8, 9 weeks old, I started walking, and they didn't want to go on a walk, but I didn't let them tell me what we were going to do. It's like, no, we'll do the fun stuff you want to do, but first, this is mommy's time. And that's something that I was always super firm about. It's not about you, punk. I grew you. Now it's time for me. And some of you have babies, and maybe that means that you're gonna have to modify it. Maybe you're gonna have to wear a kid. Maybe you're gonna be interrupted 500 times. I don't want you to get so caught up in that, the fact that your workout took too long, or it's interrupted, or it doesn't look the way it looks on the TV. Who cares? This is your journey. This is you running your own freaking race. So the only way, ultimately, to answer the question, how do I go from being bitter that I have to work out to falling in love with the journey, is you have to make the decision that you're going to change something and you're going to commit to a new lifestyle, and it's going to be uncomfortable and there's going to be pushback and you're going to feel the weight of your to-do list, but you know that ultimately it's worth it, and you're going to start to feel those wins and you're going to start to get momentum, and before you know it, you might just fall in love with it. I was a girl, I never played any sports. I was uncoordinated. All this stuff I told myself, right? I never played sports. I wasn't into fitness other than going for walks and stuff. And here I am now. And I genuinely, majority of the time, look forward to my workout because I made it a habit. I made it a non-negotiable. So that's what you need to do. You just need to make it a non-negotiable, that you have to get it in before you go to bed. And when I say get it in, like I just said, it could be 5 minutes of you dancing. It could be jumping jacks or wall squats or whatever, okay? Don't overcomplicate it. Don't overthink it. And just start where you are and celebrate, make a big freaking deal out of it with your kids. Like, I did this. We did this today. Like, you have to throw yourself a parade because no one else is gonna do it for you. I mean, I could try, but I can't come up to all your houses. And I just think that for me, that was a big shift in this, was the number one, laying down the law with my kids. Like, I don't really care if you don't want to sit in your stroller. I don't really care if if they got in the way, they got kicked. Go ahead, call CPS. Like, I wasn't karate chopping them, but they learned real fast that this is time for mommy to do her workout in the living room. And if I'm behind her, I'm probably going to get knocked out. I wasn't attacking my babies, but my toddlers figured that out. And before you know it, they were joining in and they were doing their own version. And Connor would take off his shirt because Pio Steve always had his shirt off. Like, kids are so freaking smart. They learn so much. And what we're doing or not doing is teaching them a lesson. So instead of being like, I'm bitter, I'm annoyed, I'm irritated that I have to do this, take it as a teaching opportunity. Like, I get to show my kids that I'm a badass. I get to show my kids that this is what's more important. It's not about the number or how I feel, right? Well, I mean, how you feel is important, but it's not about the number, right? It's about committing and being resilient and showing up every single day. Before you know it, you're on a whole different path than you started. So I hope that resonates with some of you. Exercise creates endorphins. Endorphins make you happy, and happy people don't kill their husbands. True. Maybe I should go exercise a little more. Maybe I should do that before Marshall comes home. Anyways, friends, this is your journey. It's your one most epic freaking life. It won't look like mine or anyone else's. So shed the comparison. Stop following all the moms that are all fit with their washboard abs over on freaking Instagram. Whatever, okay? This is your race, so you're gonna run it, and you're gonna show up to it every day. And if you are feeling really bitter and you are feeling super annoyed and you're just in that place, challenging you to flip the script. How can you be grateful that you get to show up today? What positive things can you say to yourself while you're working out? Maybe you listen to some music you really enjoy. I don't know. It's a personal thing. But I'm telling you that making the decision to do it no matter what, not just when it feels convenient, and having that accountability piece, like plugging in here or to bod groups, or maybe you have a buddy you text or something, or maybe you find someone in this group that they're your accountability person and you tag you're it every single day to make sure that you're working out. That's why I get on a Zoom every day. It's my vision that more of you will get on the Zoom. We've had a freaking workout Zoom every day for like freaking years. And I mean, Jody's hopped on in the past, and Jessica gets on Saturdays, and Lori too, and Natalie, my eyes are going crazy. But every day, Katie and I, we text each other. Did you work out yet? 5 minutes. And then we hop on. You're all freaking welcome to join if you need that extra layer of accountability. We're currently working out at 7:30 my time, so I'm Mountain Standard Time, so you Pacificers, you're 6:30. But seriously, if you need accountability and you're like, Sarah, I will get on a Zoom. I will do it with you, because I know there's so much power in having accountability and knowing that there's someone else on the other side. I'm not watching you. Don't worry. I'm not going to put out a tip jar for you. I'm not going to eat popcorn, but I know it's a game changer. So I was bitter once upon a time. I'm still bitter about other things, but I can honestly say that I've changed the way I look at fitness from something I have to do because I ate the thing or I feel so gross in my skin to instead, this is my mental health journey. Like, that's why I'm working out. I don't have an ideal body. Like, there's plenty of times, like right now, I'm not happy with where I'm at, but it's my journey and I'm not gonna beat myself up. I'm still gonna keep putting one foot in front of the other and showing up to it and honor it and freaking celebrate the shit out of it, because it's amazing that I'm working out, just like it's amazing that you're working out. So I'm proud of each and every one of you. If you need anything, let me know.